Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of BattleTech. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today. Here as I repair this little unit over here. Not really, I don't think we're going to be able to do that before the next mission. But we are going to be able to, well, deploy 3 mechs. It's not going to be amazing, but it's going to be 3 mechs. It's an easy mission, a single mech might do it. We're going to be okay. What we're going to do today is look at the star map. Because, well, that's where we're going over there. And I haven't looked at this screen yet. Let me see if WASD works. It doesn't, but dragging the mouse cursor works perfectly. This is not a 3-dimensional space map because, well, space is oddly 2-dimensional. You know, I know people say, oh, it's like no, it's not 3-dimensional. It's 2-dimensional. I mean, look at the map. It's obvious that it's 2-dimensional. We have over here, I don't actually know what these guys are. Can I click there? I can't. Can I click down here? I can't. So we're currently going to BattleTech because we have a mission there, and we have information about all the things. No, it's the attributes. Arid world, small population, periphery. So at least they have an atmosphere, so that's great. How long are we gonna take? Because we're about to reach orbit, or we should be reaching orbit soon enough. The challenge is low, so I'm optimistic. We'll see how that goes. But one thing we're gonna need because Vic is not gonna be ready is we're gonna need to hire people. So I'm gonna go here to the hiring hall. I'm also gonna talk to Meyer and see what she has to say. And let's hire the weakest person ever in the face of the world forever. Because I'm just gonna change their names. But let's see.
No.
What was that? I want to look at their. I hope I can change their names. I might not be able to change their names. So what is that ability? What is that? That's a recruit. That's their rank. And then we have the higher ones that I can hire.
I'm receiving you.
MRB rating too low. No, I can't. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the recruits. They're all the same price.
Yeah, Commander.
4 out of 8 berths? What does that mean? I can't scroll, so how is it 4 out of 8? It's 4 out of 6. Anyway. And they have their base salary. That's all the same. And they basically all have the same stats. Tactician. Tactics increases the effectiveness of called shots. And just one gun. At this point. Actually, I want... Piloting is for defense, right? Stability that triggers unsteady. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Barry over here. Or Swamp.
I'm ready for orders.
No, not Swamp, sorry.
I'm here.
What's her name? Pyro.
Commander.
Pyro and Perry. You may not hire MechWarriors while in transit. Well, that's not a problem, but I know what I'm gonna get. Let's see. Let's be in transit because we're doing things. And even though we're gonna need to wait. Here we are. Yeah, we're gonna need to wait a day, I think, because we're gonna set up all the mechs and all that sort of stuff. We've arrived at BattleTech, Commander. Ready to proceed with our current contract? Not yet. We don't have things. The timeline is paused, and I'm managing my tasks. That's gonna take a little while until that thing is done. That's definitely gonna take a little while until Vic is back in action, and Decker is totally not available right now. So first off, let's go back to the hiring hall, and see who we're gonna hire.
What's up, boss?
Hi, Perry. How's it going? Can I hire you? If I hold, it does that. Interesting. I'm holding the button. Let's see just a click. Oh. Anyway, hire. Yes.
New MechWarriors available.
It's better than waiting, because time is of the essence. So I have a new MechWarrior, indeed. Let's go to the barracks, and let's look at who we have. That's a Vic. She's out of commission. Oh, she leveled up. What's her rank? She's a commander. Oh, yeah. Why did I hire her? Do I want to field 4 mech? Why did I have that impression? I shouldn't have done that, basically. Because I had Medusa. That was why I shouldn't have done that. But, if I don't send Vic in, and I wait for her mech to be ready...
Waiting for orders.
I will be able to have you go in there. I can't, unfortunately, customize you, as far as I can tell. Which means what I said before about names, guys, I'm sorry. I can't change their names. So we got Perry. That's a shame. I was excited for that. Not for the names, but for customizing everything and all that. I was, yeah. Oh, the berths. That's the how many people we can take. Yeah, that should be okay. Because Vic is out of commission, and that should be perfectly fine. Let's see. So we're gonna need to wait for our mech to be done. So if I wait here, let's actually talk. Yeah, let's go talk to Samir. Oh, that's
How can I be of service, Commander?
Samir Myers. Yeah, I say Myers because they call her Myers, so I'm just... Anyway, hey, Commander, something I can do for you? Yeah, does the decision we made about uncertified contracts satisfy your concerns? Yeah, because this is not MSRB approved. My concerns won't be satisfied until our creditors have been paid and the loan sharks are off our backs. But this is a step in the right direction, and that makes me happy. I'm not blind to the risks that uncertified contracts entail, by the way. I mean, I know that what we're doing is dangerous, but it's the best chance we've got to dig ourselves out of this hole. Yep, okay, I got some questions about the navigation. Sure, ask away. I mean, it's kind of important that you understand what you're doing, so I can help with that. I'm all for it. Okay, navigator, how do we get from system to system? I think we learned that. Short answer is that you pick a destination on the star map and I make it happen. Interstellar travel, with an extra space behind that, takes time, sometimes weeks, and it'll cost the sea bills for fuel and passage on a that's why they paid us already for that contract. That's nice. Then we'll do more contracts over here. For fuel and passage on a jump ship. But it's the only way for an outfit like ours to survive out here. We've got where we go where the work is. Actually, I'm remembering now. I probably want to have as much armor at all times as possible on my mechs, even if I lose firepower. Unless I'm just really rich at that point. Excuse me, I had to cough. Because of the repairs. Because of the crap that I'm doing here. That I'm paying for right at the beginning. For the crap that I got myself into in the first mission. So let's see, it'll cost the sea bills, we go where the work is. That makes sense. What intel can I get about a system before choosing to go there? Enough to make a reasonably informed choice, I think. The star map makes political boundaries clear, so we'll know whose space we're entering. I've pre-programmed the star map to lock out travel to systems designated as no-fly zones. We're looking for work, not an interstellar incident. Beyond political boundaries, the nav system will highlight political factions active in the system. That should give you a good idea of who's hiring. It's probably a good idea to check out reputation with the local factions before ordering a long voyage. Yeah, okay, well, there's got to be more intel than just local politics, though. Well, there is. As you select systems on the star map, you'll see a list of the attributes the MercNet database associates with them. Attributes like black market or poor are clues to local store contents, the type of mercs we'll find in hiring halls, contracts we may be offered, and potential mission environments. If you hover over any attribute or an attribute, the star map will display a longer description for you. Beyond the political factions and attributes of a system, perhaps the most important to watch for is the difficulty rating of the Merc contract we'll find there. The MRB maintains a standardized rating system, so folks like us who are trolling MercNet for jobs can weigh the risks before accepting a contract. Okay. So, what else can you tell me about the mechanics of space travel? I want to know it all. Well, the long answer is that there's two types of space travel. Travel by dropships like ours, and travel by jump ships. Dropships travel under 1G of thrust to move from one planet's orbit to a jump point. 1G of thrust. Isn't that extremely slow? It's not a whole lot. Well, I guess for a huge ship, it kind of is. Jump points are far outside the gravity well of the star, and so travel to and from a jump point takes most of our travel time. Sometimes weeks. Yeah, it makes sense. Jump ships, on the other hand, are like ferries. They just sit at a jump point, waiting for folks like us to latch onto their docking collars. Then we wait there for about 5 days while they spin up their jump drive. Once the jump drive is spun up, popping a dozen light years across the interstellar space to another jump point takes nearly no time at all. Yeah, I've heard stories about pirate points, though, that jump ship can use. What are those? Now, they're bad news, Commander. Difficult to locate and dangerous to use. I've heard of people using pirate points in desperate situations or on covert missions, but it's not worth the risk of a missed jump. You won't find any pirate points on my star map, I can tell you that. Let's just avoid them. Okay, it's good to know about that. A little bit foreshadowing, maybe? Do we always have to pay our way from system to system? Not always, no. If you check the contracts list in the Commander Center, you'll often find employers posting travel contracts. Travel contracts are how employers attract mercenaries to their system, by paying the outfit's travel expenses. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why not take the travel contract then and skip out on their mission for a more lucrative contract whenever you arrive? Well, I can do that, Vic, but we'll automatically get charged the cost of the jump. I wasn't thinking that, actually, to be honest. I thought we were gonna automatically be charged, because you only get the payment after, right? Anyway, you know the old saying, there's no such thing as a free ride? Yeah, unfortunately, it's still true. I don't know that old saying too much, anyway. The star map confuses me sometimes. Why does it take longer to get to one place than to another when the systems appear to be the same distance apart? Yeah, that bothered me too before I joined the academy. Turns out that in real life, space travel isn't like what you see in the adventure holovids that Darius makes us watch. For starters, some stars are more massive than others. In the case of a really big star, you have to range pretty far afield to find a location suitable for a KF jump. That's the interstellar jumps that are basically time travel. And for us, that means a whole lot of molasses slow sublight travel before we can even dock with a jump ship, let alone ride it anywhere. By the way, I said time travel, and I immediately realized that it might not be obvious why I say that. Time in space doesn't work. So how do I put this? We're talking about so basically we're talking about super or extra, what's it called? They called it like faster than light travel. That's what it is, faster than light, FTL. That's objectively time travel. It's not like a theory. Well, it's still, everything is a theory, but it's not like an hypothesis of, oh, it's science fiction. No, if you can go faster than light, that is objectively, it has to be time travel because of the way time works. So what happens is, this star over here, it's 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning, and this star over there is 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning. So basically on the same day, it's the same thing. What happens is, if you go at the speed of light from here to there, that's already time traveling. Any traveling is time traveling, but you need to get very close to the speed of light to be able to tell any discernible difference. But what happens is, if you go at the speed of light between this star and this star, I say at the speed of light, not faster than light. Faster than light is even more time travel. But at the speed of light, if you go from this star to this star, it takes you, let's say, exactly a year. It's a light year away. Sure, whatever. It's not very common that stars are that close, but whatever. And that's considering those are stars, so probably clusters and stuff, I'm not really sure. But anyway, the thing is, it takes you exactly a year, so you'd expect to reach there on a Sunday morning, on basically the next year Sunday morning at 10 a.m. And while that's true, you're not going to take any time to do it, because you're going to be at the speed of light, so you're going to reach there in your time over here, where this guy will be at 1 year later, and this guy will be at 1 year later. So that's why it's time travel. What happens is, measuring dates like this is impossible precisely because of that. How do you synchronize the times? How do you synchronize the clocks? You can think of it theoretically as a theoretical existence of, I say theoretical because the existence very, very well might be grounded on the existence and the travel of light, but let's put that aside. But you might think, okay, so these two people theoretically exist at the same time, but anytime you move, the time is gonna change. And anytime they move, specifically, because that also happens, because time is dilating and all that sort of stuff, time for them is also going to change. So what for them is now 10 a.m., for here might very well now be, like, earlier or later, so the speed at which time passes in relation to each other, and that comes the relativity, is also different. So that's another thing. That's another problem. And then once you try traveling, it's impossible to measure anything. That's why I was saying it's time travel. Anyway, that's a little bit of a side note. Jump ship charging times are the other half of the travel time equation. Oh, they need to charge. That's interesting. The jump ship's KF drive will take a few days to recharge after each jump. So if your destination is a few jumps away, well, you get where I'm going with this. And that's the long and the short of it. Anytime we want to go from one system to another, we're talking about weeks of sublight travel, yep. Coupled with a healthy dose of hurry up and wait. Exactly how much determines how long the trip is gonna take. Okay, what can I do while we're hovering in system? beyond negotiating a contract. Most inhabited systems maintain a hiring hall where we can recruit new mech warriors. Be sure to take a look. You never know what kind of talent you're going to find. Most systems also have merchants who can buy and sell hardware, such as weapons, equipment, and mech parts. Sometimes even fully operational battle mechs do. Our reputation with the local faction will influence costs when purchasing equipment and hiring mech warriors. The better our rep, the better the deal we'll get, and the better the mech warriors who will be willing to sign on with us. Excuse the hiccup. Okay, that's it for now, Samir. Thank you very much. I'm collecting stories about the crew. Tell me something about yourself. Well, I'm from a noble family, like you. We're old money, made our fortune out of Ras Al Hage, then repatriated to the Taurian Concordat. That's where I grew up. I'm not sure if this is the kind of stuff you were hoping to hear. We can talk about whatever. I'm not shy. Okay, where in the Concordat are you from? I grew up on New Vandenberg. It's a nice enough place, I suppose. Do you like birds? Sure, I guess. Then you'd like New Vandenberg. It's basically one big aviary. Sometimes something like 2/3 of the native fauna has feathers, flutters on the wind, and spatters its excrements across every available surface. Naturally, the original colonists adopted the feathery little monsters into the culture, and those of us that came after were kind of stuck with it. Statues, fountains, murals, you name it. Just a giant feathery pile of screeching alien birds. If the system had a motto, it'd be Squawk. No, I get the picture. You sure? Because I could keep going. I hate birds, is what I'm saying. That may be an unpopular opinion for a pilot, but I'll stand by it until the day I die. Okay, well, space travel is not really bird-like, but anyway. Although our leopard does look like a bird. Why does? Oh, because it goes into orbit. Yeah, that's why. So it needs to have some aerodynamics. And besides, aerodynamics is still relevant in space. In space travel. Because of the deflections of things like if you're traveling at the speed of light is also going to need to be deflected, but just meteors and dust and all that sort of stuff, that's also going to be an important thing, and you want to protect stuff like your sensitive bits away from any impacts, and we want to armor and all that. So it's not aero because there's no air, but still. Where'd you learn to fly a leopard anyway? The Taurian Naval Institute on New Vandenberg. Well, among other places, it's a big campus. The low-gravity training station orbiting Lompoc was my second home for a time. TNI flight training isn't usually open to civilians, but my parents had good credit back then, and they could name-drop Protector Calderon. That'll get you pretty far in the Concordat, for a while anyway. The other cadets in my class weren't especially happy sharing air with a CV, but they couldn't say much. I was an ability, and they weren't. Everyone sort of kept me at arm's length, so I had plenty of time to concentrate on my studies. I got my certification in both dropship and jumpship operation in 4 years. I even tried working on a commercial jump crew for a while, once upon a time. The people were fun, but it wasn't for me. The ratio of flying to violent jump sickness skewed hard in the wrong direction. Okay, what can you tell me about House Meyer? You're looking at it. My parents are both gone. Blood cancer and heart disease, respectively. Both treatable, but they were out of money at that point, so into the ground they went. Ditto my brother David, who ran off to serve in the 3rd Succession War and never came back. I'm sorry? The galaxy was at war for nearly 200 years, Commander. People died. You don't need to apologize for it. And truthfully, I was never really at all that close to any of them. David was 13 years older than me and had a foot out the door before I turned 3. And my parents, well, they raised me by proxy in the traditional noble fashion. There was no real bond there, even when I was young. None of this is to say that my folks were bad people. They weren't. They just, were doing what they knew. Their upbringings had been outsourced, just like mine was. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about my family. They're gone, I'm here, the end. So, you got another question, or should we get back to our duties? Yeah, your family came from, Ras Al Hage? It was a long time ago, yeah. My parents told it, as my parents told it, we were landowners on Pomme de Terre. That means potato. That literally means potato. It's an agricultural world, sort of the breadbasket of the Cardonis Combine. And yeah, I know that Pomme de Terre means potato. My ancestors came from the planet Potato. It took some time for me to accept that, but hey, here we are. Anyway, moving on. House Myers holding were meager, but the value of that land was astronomical. For minor nobility, we were really, really very wealthy. And then the Third Succession War broke out, and the political rhetoric got ugly. House Meyer didn't want a single part of what was happening, and so my ancestors emptied their accounts and ran. As a rule, House Kurita takes a really dim view of nobles who cut and run. Words like traitor and defector start getting thrown around. In the Combine, you really don't want to be on the receiving end of allegations like that. And I wouldn't be standing here today if House Calderon hadn't granted my ancestors asylum in the Concordat. In all likelihood, House Meyer would have been wiped out before I was even born. Well, that's some story right there.
Commander?
That is some story. Okay, so now we wait. It's not the hurry up and wait that she was talking about, but we do have a few things to wait for. Specifically, 6 days. 6 days right there. So we're gonna wait a little bit. We're in our orbit. That's all fine. 3 days. 2 days. 1 day. Stop.
Job's done, Commander.
Job's done. Thank you. Pause. I think that worked. Did it skip too much? I don't know. I can launch the contract at any time, but now I have my mechs.
Welcome to the grease pit, Commander.
And you can see that I've customized their paint already, so that's pretty cool. Okay, now, first things first, let's get you... I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. You're gonna stay there for a little while. Just stay cool. I could repair you, but let's get this mech refitted. And that's the thing that I'm kind of tentative here, because I think we're not going to be capable of I don't know if we're capable of sustaining a lot of ammo, but the planet is an accurate planet. Let's confirm that. Yeah, confirm the discard all changes. So if I go into Leopard, I can see the current planet. So if I go Captain's Quarters, Navigation, Star Map, that's the one. So from here, recently liberated, current location, travel not possible. It's got all the things: agriculture, ruins, battlefield, small population, arid world. This world is drier than Earth, with desert and scrublands giving way to tundra at the poles. So that's interesting. So temperature doesn't actually show what it is. Medium gravity. Okay. So it's got medium gravity, which means probably Earth-like gravity. Even though I'm not really sure if Earth has a... In all things considered, if it has a medium gravity, it's probably very light, considering the huge planets that at least exist in our system. So let's go to our mech bay again. And let's bring a mixture of things. So we're going to refit these. And so maximum armor right there. I want equipment first. I'm going to go with jump jets. These things increase tonnage. So a couple of jump jets is all I need on any one of these guys. And that's going to be enough. And we also have heat sinks. We have 13. Is that the quantity? Yes. We also have heat sinks if we wanted. Minus heat per turn. And they have value. Okay, that's pretty good. And then I have the weapons. So in terms of the weapons for here, this is going to be our primary battleship. Actually, you need to look at the heat efficiency. It looks very good. The relative heat efficiency of a mech is determined by its total ability to sink heat compared to the total heat generated each round by its weapons and jump capacity. So it's pretty good. That doesn't mean it's not gonna get bad. So we have a bunch of weapons. We have a large laser over here. Does a bunch of damage. What if I put it... Interesting. Torso. Maybe I shouldn't do it like that. Maybe I should keep these on the smaller guys, on the other ones. Oh my god. What is that? That is support weapons. Let's actually do something here. So if I do this, all of these are done 2 days. That's the thing. That's crazy. It takes time. That makes it hard to have everything. So the machine guns, I'm not gonna run them. Do they have weight? They have a little bit of tonnage. So, and our tonnage, where is it? Yeah, 29 out of... Yeah, that's pretty good. So I got small lasers, that's for close range. And this is going to be a sort of a close range fighter. So we have just one small laser. That's kind of crazy. Short range laser. Is that what it is? Small laser? Yeah. Okay. Oh, because it's a support weapon. It's called Martel. Interesting. Means hammer. So we don't have the thing, the hook points or whatever for these, because it doesn't fit, or apparently it doesn't fit. Why can't I put them in? Interesting. Because it does. Oh, it is true. That's kind of crazy. PPC, yeah, it's just lasers. Maximum heat efficiency. The worst. Yeah. What's the range on this thing? Let's see. Optimal 360. Maximum 540. Minimum 90. So that's a fairly long range weapon. So that's not really what I want. How about these? These are a fairly mid-range weapon, which is nice. That's actually pretty good. So if I keep a medium and a large, that's pretty good. I like it. And then I have ballistic weapons, which I could have just for autocannon's sake. And then I have autocannon ammo. Having a couple of autocannons, I have a few. That would be good. And not having the power, the particle projections. Yeah, I might need to buy more. Let's keep things as they are for right now. So I can't use missiles. Right? Can't use missiles. Those are missiles. Yeah, so let's keep things as you are. Oh my god, I screwed up so much. How does that take so much time to install? I screwed up so much. Okay, let's make a proper build then. I need heat sinks. A bunch of them. Yeah. And then I need, I'm gonna need these. Autocannons, what are these? I have two, that's fine. They are... Oh, that's ammo, shut up. Autocannon, that's medium range. That is more or less short range. They do have a lot of range. So let's put one. Oh, my tonnage goes way up with that. Okay, well, in that case, how about if I just dump all the heat sinks in here? And just keep my tonnage. Yeah, that's good enough. Confirm. That is crazy.
Logged and noted.
That is absolutely... That takes so long. That changes the way you do this so drastically. It's crazy. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Okay. So you are gonna be a long range. Actually, we can have. What is that? This tutorial. I know all the things. Can you? Thank you. Do we have the optimal? There was a thing that told us the optimal setup. That's the one, I think. Yeah. Maybe I want to do that. Soundtrack is pretty amazing. So, for example, I go in here. I can cancel that work. And just be refunded. And then work on it. So I refit this guy. Make sure everything is repaired. And look at what the normal setup is. So, center torso has ammo. You need to put the ammo in specific places. That's cool because, of course, ammo can explode. And we have a couple of medium lasers. A bunch of medium lasers, which, of course, I don't have because I lost them all. And just a bunch of medium lasers. So this is a very... There's a couple of autocannons. 2 autocannons and 4 medium lasers. And a bunch of jump jets. I am going to just have 1 jump jet. And it should be okay. I'm gonna have... Let's see if I have lasers here. I have 8 medium lasers. That's not too bad. So I'm gonna put lasers everywhere. And that's pretty good. And if I add stuff like, for example, the heat sinks, that's still not affecting that. But I thought it was affecting, like, having more tonnage. Can I double click? No. Huh. It doesn't. Okay. That's kind of cool. So if I have a lot of heatsink capability, or a little bit of heatsink capability, yeah, let's just be okay with lasers. Let's go with the lasers. So we have a laser-based one, no autocannons here, because we're gonna do that for somebody else. And at least it keeps the mech somewhat ready
Right.
for battle.
I'll get it in the schedule.
It's just gonna take forever. 22 days. That's crazy. It's just we're gonna lose all the money. I thought we were gonna keep it, but no, we're just gonna have to wait. That's fine. I just wasn't ready for that. That's why I hired somebody else. But that's fine. We're gonna be okay. Maximum armor. Let's see what we have over here. So we got a medium laser over there. A rear. What is RA? Right arm. Oh. What about the left arm? What do you have on the left arm? S laser? What's that? Short laser? Small laser? You really have a particle cannon on the right arm? Are you crazy? And oh, that's why these guys. Well, but then again, it's not necessarily the worst thing, considering. No, it is the worst thing. I need a particle cannon on the center. So screw you, and shut up. I'll put the particle cannon elsewhere. Like for example, you little guy. Oh no, you're not little, but that's fine. Let's see what we have over here. So I'm gonna max out all the armor. I'm gonna look at what we have. We have a medium laser. Might not be able to use a particle cannon. This is a missile-based mech. Got auto cannons. We got this is of course the recommended ones. We got long range missiles and short range missiles. So if you can't use oh, it's on the left arm. Okay, so yeah, we're kind of screwed. Wait a minute, we're not screwed at all. Our choice is not spoiled. Because what this means is that over here, we're going to have a basically long-range attack unit with a particle cannon on an arm, which is bad because the arms break. Got hiccups. So I put a particle cannon over there, and if I want to add medium lasers, which is also a decent defensive thing, let's see what else we have. We have one medium laser on the head, which is interesting, a particle cannon, and a bunch of heat sinks, of course, and a short laser on the other. Long-range missiles. I don't know how many long-range missiles, but that's definitely something I want. Oh, that's not what I want here. I want this. Long-range missiles. I only have the one. Oh, but that's the number 10. Ooh, that's a cool setup. I hope it shows. It doesn't show on the Mac. That's not good. I hope it shows. Because that's like everything. Just having the things. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. So yeah, basically what we're giving up here is short-range capabilities for defense, which I can do by having that. And of course we have the medium laser, which we could add over here, but your tonnage is already going through the roof, so I'm definitely going to need to add heat sinks just scattered everywhere. Oh no, it's already going too high. That's a problem. I mean, it's not too bad, and I'm sure the long-range missile is actually screwing up the heat capabilities here. Yeah, it probably is making a difference, but it's a long-range mech, so we can do other things while it cools down, and we can also take advantage of positioning and all that sort of stuff. And of course, we're running with extreme amounts of armor. I could reduce armor in the legs, for example, to reduce tonnage. That'd be good, but I don't want to do that. Like, we could lose legs. That's not too bad. This mech mounts one or more weapons that require ammo. Thank you. I forgot about that. Kind of didn't notice about the other one. Yeah. How much ammo does it come with? Put it over there. How do I know this? Tonnage 1. Ammo beans contain the rounds needed for projectile-based weaponry, with at least one bean required per weapon type. Ammo beans will explode and destroy their installed location when they receive a critical hit. Contains 120 rounds of any feed multiple... it may feed multiple weapons. So that's actually pretty cool. What about the other one? Oh, it's overweight. I'm sorry. Let's take this away, because that's crazy. And let's just put the heat sinks all over here. And right there, we're good to go. What? The mech has unused tonnage. I know. It's good. It's fine. That's what we saw in the other mech. Let's actually...
I'll let you know when that's done.
So we can't refit that. Can we manage the task? Can we, like, look at it? Because I don't remember what I put in there. I think it was just lasers. So, no ammo. So, yeah. Let's talk about you. So this is gonna just take forever. It's crazy. I really wasn't expecting... Not the refitting. The refitting is fine. I really wasn't expecting... What I wasn't expecting is the time it takes to actually do the refitting. Not for me to do the refitting. That's fine. So over here we have just long-range missiles and missile-based weaponry, autocannons. Autocannons that are long-range, so that's gonna be ammo-based. We didn't actually have jump jets on the other mech, but that's okay. Okay, so long-range missile, we can add 2 of them. And just add a bunch of ammo. And look at our tonnage go up. Our efficiency is still good. And then I can have autocannons. Although, at this point, I really would like stuff like this. That wouldn't be too bad. And we can even add the heat sinks. It's on 1 ton each. To keep this under control. So this is a very high range unit. That's okay. Do that.
Logged and noted.
So if I had an upgrade, I'd be able to make these last, or make these a little bit faster. And then we want you to be well armored. But let's see what you have. Medium lasers, MG. Okay. I removed them and I really shouldn't. No weapon supports. Let's see. You have MGs. Oh, wait a minute. Was it 3 MGs? MG ammo. Okay. Oh. Yeah. MG ammo. We got a short laser in here. In the belly. Oh, his tonnage is going through the roof. That's fine. I'm just gonna add a laser. Where did I have a laser? Oh, did you have a laser on the belly? It didn't tell me. Yeah. Okay. Tonnage. That is perfectly alright. I'm gonna reduce leg armor. I'm gonna need to reduce a bunch of stuff, actually. Front and rear. I'm gonna reduce rear armor, because this guy's so little, it doesn't really matter. A little bit of resistance is always nice. And over here. Okay, and then legs. Okay. Seriously? Exactly the amount of tonnage we need? Lovely. Like that. To be symmetrical. It's all nice. Confirm.
Right.
Right.
I'll get it in the schedule.
Okay, so for here, if I want to refit you, if I want to repair you in the first place, which I kind of do, because now I know everything takes forever. What is that? This mech requires at least 1 functional ranged weapon to be fielded. I know, and it has unused tonnage. 12 days and a bunch of money. That's good enough for me.
I'll let you know when that's done.
That's good enough. I'm not going to sell that crappy one, or all broken, or anything. So it means
good to see you in
we're going to
Austin.
field Vicky as well. So we're waiting a lot of time. We're going to waste all of our money, because I can't do anything. I can't launch the contract because I can't deploy my mechs. Because I need to wait 72 days. 2 months in orbit for repairs.
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
And refitting. Operating expenses 205. That's good. Okay. Can bring the morale up a little bit, but we don't have money for this. You guys are gonna need to wait. And Well, we're gonna need to do this next episode because we're out of time for the day. So we're all gonna need to wait because this is crazy. Am I looking at things wrong? Should I not? Basically, I shouldn't have refeated them. Is that what's going on? That's what's going on. But it's such a huge cost to change weaponry. We need to gain some serious money because we're only gonna gain like 600,000 per mission. Well, it's a good thing armor
I've got the
repairs.
financial report.
Thank you. Yeah, just keep at it. We have money for the next month, which is all that matters. Actually,
we're nearly broke, Commander.
I know. Yeah. Keep a careful eye on our expenses. I know. I know. No, this is not right. I don't know. If we go broke, we go broke. I do all the advance or pause time. I know. If we go broke...
We're almost completely out of cash.
You need to stop worrying. It's okay. I think. If it's not what I was gonna say, I can always replay. Off camera, on camera, we'll see how things go. Just gonna need to wait a little bit. Of course, we could be deploying with the ones that we have, but again, I just don't know how it goes. We'll find out next episode.
Our nest egg is just about gone, Commander.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
See, we have money. And we can pay these people proper money. So advance that. I know. I know. The game is getting very worried, but we have Locust.
We're nearly broke, Commander.
You need to shut up, because otherwise I'm going to be upset. And there we go. We're ready. Bankruptcy projected. You don't say. I can redo this. Don't worry. It's all fine. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been BattleTech. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.